Hello, my name is Julie Zeller. This is my Nursing Professionalism class, or Nursing 415. After this presentation is completed, listeners will be able to identify the importance of professionalism in nursing. Listeners will also be able to identify the targeted demographics of students who will be enrolled in this class. Listeners of this presentation will be able to verbalize the learning styles utilized in Nursing 415, as well as the weekly lesson plans and assignments. I created Nursing 415 because I believe undergraduate nursing programs need to focus more on teaching students to understand the importance of professionalism, starting in the classroom and throughout clinical rotations. We start by being professional in school, showing up to class on time, listening to presenters, and engaging in respectful conversation with peers. If students can demonstrate and understand professionalism in school, it will carry over into their nursing career. Nurses engage with many people throughout their shift and rely on assistance from coworkers to provide excellent nursing care. These people include patients, family members, coworkers, doctors, nursing assistants, secretaries, and other nurses. It's important students learn how to respectfully speak and act while engaged with these people. Students also need to understand that their professionalism can affect patient safety positively and negatively. Students need to realize that their actions can have consequences, like extra training modules to complete, suspensions, or even losing their license to practice nursing. In this class, students will read about real-life situations that can occur during their career, and they will learn how to handle it appropriately. Most other undergraduate courses focus on NCLEX and questions that will be asked on the NCLEX. This course will focus on real-world nursing rather than NCLEX. This class will be a step into reality, and they will become prepared for the real-world, real-life issues that can be faced in the nursing profession. In this class, different types of teaching styles will be utilized. Most classes will start with a lecture introducing the focus points of the class. Throughout the class, we will have class discussions to share thoughts, insights, and opinions on those focus points. We will break into small groups to work on group presentations and to have more in-depth discussions on certain topics. I will provide case studies, news articles, and videos pertaining to the topics of the class to further provide clarity and examples for the students. I will also provide the students with computer lab time so they can practice hands-on with electronic medical record technology. Now that you understand what this class is about, let's dive into the specifics and look at the syllabus. All right, so here is the syllabus for Nursing 415, Nursing Professionalism. It will take place in the spring semester of 2023. It will start the week of March 6th and end the week of April 28th. Class will take place on Mondays and Wednesdays in person, on ground, 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. in Lecture Hall Room 3. This class will be worth 3 credits. My contact information and office hours. The course description, like mentioned earlier, this class will be focused on real-life situations in the nursing profession. Students will analyze from the role of the registered nurse, legal and ethical issues, workforce and workplace issues, and how to deal with them professionally and in a respectful manner. Students will demonstrate professional conduct through effective communication and critical thinking. The prerequisite is Nursing 345, Nursing Leadership and Management. The demographics for this class will mostly be students of college age, probably 20 to 30s, but there are also second career choice students who will be a little bit older. Students will be of all cultural and ethnical backgrounds and is welcome to everybody. Some course goals and outcomes. Students will be able to demonstrate professional communication, analyze situations, and articulate how to prevent legal issues regarding the scope of the nursing scope of practice and protecting your license. and promoting a healthy workplace environment and self-care. Learning objectives. Students will be able to demonstrate effective delegation to unlicensed providers, demonstrate techniques for preventing medication errors, and some self-care techniques to ensure proper patient safety, preventing burnout and substance abuse disorders. This is the required textbook by Carol Houston, Professional Issues in Nursing, Challenges and Opportunities. This is what it looks like on Amazon. It's a fairly new book. I think it just came out in 2022. So it includes a lot of recent issues in nursing. Like mentioned earlier, the teaching format for this class will mostly be instructor-led discussions and lecture, some tests and quizzes, one written essay, small group discussions, role-playing activities, and students will also have to complete 2 small group oral presentations. I have also included newspaper articles, resources, online resources on the corresponding topic of that week, and some research articles that are evidence-based to kind of further emphasize the topics of that week and some real-life examples. This is the grading system for the University of Hartford. Information on how to request disability services, a breakdown of the course evaluation. So tests and quizzes will be about 20% of the grade, the final grade. The one essay will be 20%. The first small group project will be 20%. And the second presentation will be a little bit heftier, will require a little bit more work from the students. So that one will be worth a little bit more than the first one at 25%. And then overall class participation will be 15%. Class participation is extremely important in this class, as we'll be having lots of discussions. I really want to hear from the students what their point of views are, their questions, their concerns, all those kinds of things, so that they can be comfortable and be successful in the future. The class will be a total of 1,000 points. The weekly goals will include professionalism, teamwork, critical thinking, clinical application, and problem solving. Here's the breakdown for each week, which I will dive into in just a moment. So week 1 will focus on chapters 1 and 5, professionalism and evidence-based practice. The assignments for that week, students will participate in class discussions, and then you'll see each week that students will have to read the corresponding chapters for the upcoming week, so that students are coming in to class each week prepared on the topics. And that week will just include lecture. Week 2, chapters 8 and 9, students will have some small group discussions and will make the assignments for the first small group presentation, and students will have their first quiz. Class will consist of lecture, and I have included a YouTube video for some video demonstration purposes. Week 3, chapter 11 and 13, students will just have to read the chapters for that week, and class will consist of lecture. I have a research article that pertains to the topic of that week of staffing issues, and students will present their first presentation. Week 4, chapters 14 and 15, they'll have their first test, and they'll read the article from NPR about the Redonda Vaught case, and then students will write a reflection essay about that, and then we'll make the assignments for the second presentation. I've also included an article here about other medication administration errors that resulted in some kind of headline in the paper, so that students can see a different perspective of other issues that have occurred. Week 5, will be chapter 16. They'll have their second quiz, and class that week will consist of lectures and group presentations. Going back to week 5, this week the topics will be taught consistently through the class presentations. They will be teaching the class that week. Week 6 will be chapters 18 and 19. We'll have class discussions. Their essay will be due. We'll continue presentations if needed. We'll have lecture, a resource here that we'll look into, and a research article that we will look into that week that pertains to the topics of substance abuse that week. And then week 7 will be very hands-on. They'll spend some time in the computer lab focusing on technology and healthcare. And we'll just have some class discussions as well. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed.